It's been about 6 months for us, so why not talk and discuss and show you what it's like? Because to be honest, it's pretty normal.
If you and your person like different mugs, then keep theirs on one side and yours on the other side. And then all you have to do, if you can't see like me, if you're short, you just have to kind of reach up there and grab at your side. And you know you'll get one of your cups. Okay, they have stickers like stones out here. Don't get my feet. They have stickers like stones out here. Look at that, it's like a petrified sticker. Hurts like heck when you step on it. What is the deal? Man, I saw on Instagram at like 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep. I saw someone bashing oat milk and I'm just like, I can't keep up.
Why? What's wrong with oat milk?
It's not a sustainable milk. It's
You're not using it for. You mean sustainable in terms of
growing, like the energy costs to have oat milk.
Is anything?
Is anything? That is the question. That is how I feel these days. Yeah, it's not sustainable.
To get facts from Instagram is probably the best way to do it.
That's true. I should do my research somewhere else. Thank you for the copy.
Thank you. Oh. So, like I said, life in an RV is pretty normal, except you're just in a little bit of a smaller space. So, we start the mornings, we have our coffee. If we're really being good and we want to start the day off right, we're making the bed, which we do more times than not. I'm a firm believer that making the bed is a good way to start your day. And in such a small space as well, if it's not, it really does feel cluttery. And for us, you might wonder, okay, is it tough to maneuver around? Really, for us, it's not that bad. I mean, you do have to go from one side to the other, but I think you have to do that in almost any bed anyways. But for the most part, this is it. And it's pretty simple. And then from there, we'll eat some breakfast and we'll get going. We'll get going, we'll get to work, and I don't know what else to say. So one of the best parts about being on the road and living like this is that wherever you are, and especially now that we found some warm weather, is that we have the opportunity to just sit out here, bust out the awning, and enjoy our work and our day inside or outside. Not that if you're working from home you couldn't do that on your back patio, but wherever we are, we've got some good views and we get to just enjoy this out here. So one of the things I'm having to do on a regular basis right now is clean the hard water spots on the side of the Airstream, because this hose is just not doing a good job. It constantly is letting a small flow of water out, so it's really frustrating. I'm gonna have to get some new hoses. I don't know what the deal is, but it just doesn't seal properly. So I've got all these hard water spots right here on the side of the Airstream that obviously you don't want to let sit, and then it become really difficult or hurt the exterior finish. Wow, this water is really hard. I mean, it may have actually already damaged the finish. This is gonna take a lot. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, this is gonna take a lot of gentle scrubbing. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get a different solution. This is supposed to be a quick detailer and it just is not doing the trick. So I've got some soap. I think I'm just gonna have to go to that, and then maybe I'll touch it up with this detailer after.
I think I forgot how to use our door. That was. Where are we going?
Either the tavern or the pizza place.
Did you get my sunglasses?
Yeah, I did.
You have them?
No, they're in the truck.
Oh. Where are we going?
It's very bright.
Cool. Whew. I'm feeling a little socially awkward right now. We've been holed up in the trailer all week, just working and doing stuff. We haven't really gotten out, have we?
No, we haven't.
Feels good just to be out. You know what doesn't change if you decide to live in a travel trailer? Contrary to what you might think.
What?
Getting outside is still like something you actively have to think about and choose to do.
You do. You really do.
Even though it's, the same. You're doing your thing in the house. If you're working inside, you're working inside. If you're doing chores, you're doing chores. You have to think like, oh, all you have to do is take a little break. Just walk outside for 5 minutes. Take a little breather. Get some sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's as easy as that, because here you are.
Yep.
But you still got to think about it. Or you'll just be a little worker zombie.
Let's go eat.
Ooh, it's only Wednesday.
Jeez.
I feel like it's Thursday afternoon.
Feels like it's Friday and I need a stiff drink. putting it in right now. 4 hours and 26 minutes.
Regular.
And I'm going east.
Okay. We haven't driven that much this week. Let's play it safe here.
A little rusty.
I like these mountains. I'm gonna miss these mountains.
We did not do nearly enough here.
No, we didn't. But, you know, I was just thinking that as we were getting in the car. Life in a travel trailer, it's still life. Like,
yeah.
Weeks fly by, you work, you do chores, things come up, stuff happens, and family and friends, and just like normal things still happen.
Yeah.
And weeks still fly by, and they're still stressful, you know, and...
Yeah, and you're not always just out going and doing and exploring.
Yeah, we've been in Camp Verde for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And Camp Verde...
I think 2 weeks, honestly.
Jeez, I mean, honestly. And it's beautiful, like it's very scenic. So the story is we could not find camping in Phoenix or in Tucson. We could not find camping. President's Day weekend, that was our first try to like book same day.
Yeah.
In a hot spot. It was like, we're not camping in the cold and off season anymore, or just like in Texas where there are just ample campgrounds.
Right.
We were in Arizona on President's Day weekend, where everybody who's still camping is. Like, you're in Florida, you're in Arizona, or you're in California.
Yeah.
So we could not find camping. Actually, Cozy in the Cloud, thank you so much. You guys sent us your sort of list of places you'd visited and suggestions that you had. So we just realized we have to drive north in order to find a camp spot, because there are not going to be any campsites here in Phoenix or Tucson.
Yeah. So we made it up here.
Yep, to Camp Verde.
And it was really pretty. I mean, it's a really cool spot, but like we said, we didn't do any hiking, any really exploring outside of going into a town close by called Cottonwood.
Yes.
And it's a really cool town, and they've got some cool restaurants. So we had brunch there one day. We had dinner
twice, actually. But that's it. And just so you know, Camp Verde is really situated in between all of these beautiful places. You have Sedona, Flagstaff. You're not too far from the Grand Canyon. What's west, like Prescott.
Yeah.
I mean, south is Phoenix, you know. But we didn't do any of that. We just kind of lived very normal lives over the last 2 weeks.
We really did, yeah.
And it was kind of stressful work-wise and just like, you know, normal stuff. And it felt really exciting to hitch up and get in the car today and be on the go.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the frustrating things about this truck, I love everything about it, but a couple times something has happened with the trailer connection, and I'll go to hit the trailer brakes, and I'll assume everything's good, and then it'll say trailer disconnected, or you know, that it's not reading it or anything like that. So I'm gonna check this and make sure that I can get my trailer brakes, because I have a feeling we're gonna continue to go down hills and need them.
So it can be a little complicated just working on travel days. So our service has been fine today, but whenever we have like more formal calls, like actual meets, then we try to just stop over. And kind of nice thing is we don't have slide outs or anything like that. We can easily turn on a water pump, use the Airstream, that sort of thing right back there, and then take calls. So we set up the table, we took the calls that we needed to take. So sometimes it just takes a little bit longer to get where you're going, but keeping it professional and fully functional kind of work environment, even though it's travel day. So I'm able to just work from the car. We typically take our little router with us, which is like a T-Mobile router. Then we have Verizon on one of our devices, and then we have AT&T on the phone. So we typically have the signal that we need and try to sort of think through that in the calls that we have for the day and that sort of thing if we are going to have a travel day. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pulling over at rest stops, taking the calls, and then hitting the road again. So you ready to hit the road, Jim?
Yeah, I gotta give our buddy some water.
Make sure Dublin stays hydrated.
Yeah, by the way, I just checked. And the trailer brakes are working.
That's a relief.
Yeah.
So what do you think it was?
I don't know. Could've just been wet.
Jameson has a sweet tooth. We do not share this. So anytime he goes to the gas, like, this is like the worst. Like, I cannot imagine craving this. But like, he sees this and he's like, yum. That's just because I'm not a sugar person. I'm like a spicy. I'm like a savory person.
I should've got you some sunflower seeds.
Ooh, or like a pickle. Like, I'll always go for like a hot pickle with like all that juice. That's my snack choice.
Okay, so I just paid for a couple more nights here at this resort in Vegas where we're at. We're here because Devin has a conference for work. But we've been talking a little bit about just the importance of planning, and that's really not at all what we are about. Especially that's not what we've been about since we started RVing. We've just kind of enjoyed kind of just waiting until we hit the road and deciding at that point where we want to go. But as RV season ramps up and as the weather is getting warmer, it's becoming very apparent that planning is going to be very key to enjoying this lifestyle. So we talked a little bit about it when we were in Arizona. We were going to stay in Tucson. There was nothing there. So we drove up to Camp Verde and stayed at a great spot at Verde Ranch. And then when we came here, we stayed at a different RV park that felt less than great. And so quickly looked this place up, and they have almost 1,000 spots. So we were like, surely, you know, we'll be good. Well, we were able to get enough nights for our stay, which is about a week. However, we have to jump around and move 3 times. So we've been in one spot for 2 nights. We're about to move to another spot for 3 nights, and then we will extend again if we decide to for a couple more nights. So definitely plan. Either way, happy that we have a spot. And so I'm gonna head back to the trailer, start packing up so that we can go ahead and move. Okay, so we were talking about how my hose was leaking, and before I went and bought a hose, actually I did buy a hose, but I'm gonna take it back because it seems that I've found a solution, at least for now. So what I did, I'll show you. I bought a 90-degree elbow with a quick connect, so you can disconnect it super easily right there. And the combination of those 2 things has greatly reduced the amount of leaking out of the connection points. So super happy about it. And the quick connect just makes it that much easier. So before you go out and buy a new hose, if you are leaking, try that first. I'll also put a link in the description to both the quick connect and that 90-degree elbow. Super helpful. Okay, I think I just hitched up in record time. So
good job. Okay.
All we gotta do is get the levelers.
Okay.
And we will move on over there.
Okay. I've got to call in 6 minutes. Can we do it?
We can do it.
All right, let's do it.
Just make sure there's no, like, this coffee over here.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got that.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready, buddy?
Whoa! That's just kind of scary.
Nothing fell.
No, it's just really scary back here.
Oh my gosh.
This is probably a bad idea, but we're just going right around the corner to another spot.
This street has a lot of dips too.
Okay.
And speed bumps.
Okay. So the deal is we were at one RV park in Vegas and then found out we were not in a great spot in town and didn't have the best experience, so we started looking for another spot to go. And there is a great RV park here in Las Vegas, but because we went same day and we're basically begging for a spot on NASCAR weekend, we had to book 3 spots over the course of this like 9 days in order to stay here. So we were here for one spot for the weekend. Now we're driving around the corner to our new spot in the same place. And I'm working and I need to hop on a call actually right now. So I've got the inverter on. Wi-Fi's still good and we're headed to the next spot. Just figured I'd see what the ride's like back here. Oh my goodness.
We're halfway there.
Okay. I would. There's a glass of water that I forgot to put up. Oh no. It's apparently not that bumpy because otherwise those 3 glasses would have fallen down. And there's my meeting. What are we gonna do? Is there room for you to just sit there? Is there room for you to just
tell them, hey, give me like 2 minutes?
I mean, it's gotta be 2. It's gotta be 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. 1 sec.
Okay, so we got back into our new spot. That was pretty quick and painless. It was interesting because it was within the span of just a couple minutes from moving to when Devin needed to hop on a call. So she was in the back kind of monitoring if they were going to hop on the call while we were moving, which they did. And then we got here, she backed me in within about 2 minutes. I'm all set up, so can't make too much noise out here, so I'm gonna wait to put the levelers down, but I'll go ahead and set up the water and the power, and we'll be in our new spot for a couple days. So I really like it. It's a good one. We're right next to the pool. It's quiet. Before we were over right by the entrance and the highway, so lots of road noise. So this should be a much better spot that I think we will really enjoy.